I want you to get up now. I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore. I want you to get up right now.
What up, motherfuckers? It is time for some new stuff. We're doing some new stuff today. It's the Pissed Off Podcast, where we just come here and rant and talk some stuff. And I'll have, what will I have on the show? I'll have psychologists on the show. I'm going to have a clinical psychologist. So it's not all about coming on and ranting and being pissed. We're actually going to have solutions for your anger and your disappointment with fucking society, because it can be very disappointing and make you angry, as many of you know. That's just how life is. And if you're not on board, then you need to call Elon Musk and see if he can get you on the next flight to Mars, because this is what's happening here on planet Earth. Pissed off stuff. Joined by Jonas Garvin, Los Angeles, California.
What's going on? Greetings from across the pond in sunny California.
He's in sunny California, you guys.
Right.
Rubbing it in. White privilege.
Well, yeah, it's my white privilege. I can't even go to the bank without getting handcuffed up. I don't know if you saw what happened at Bank of America. I think it was a couple of days ago. Homeboy from that directed, God damn it. Why does the title elude me right now? Anyway, he went to a bank in Atlanta. He wanted $12,000 withdrawal. He gave the teller a note, like saying, hey, I want to be discreet about this. Because this day and age, you don't want people to know you're walking out the bank with $12,000 in cash. So he just gave her a note like, hey, can you keep this quiet? I just want to withdraw this. He put his card in, entered his PIN, showed his ID and everything. She thought it was a holdup note. The cops came and cuffed him up. And they had him in the parking lot. He's like, you guys got to Google me. And then it was all, we're sorry and all that stuff like that. But, of course, the Twitterverse is going nuts.
Yeah, I saw that. It's the director from Black Panther, right? Ryan Coogler, right? Ryan.
Yeah, that's it. And it's funny because I'm like, okay, I get where the note thing could make you nervous as a teller, but after he entered the PIN, show the ID and the card, I'm like, okay, this is,
she was exercising her white privilege to be scared and give up
behind
money.
The bulletproof glass. It's like, dude, and it's not even your money. Like, who gives a shit? Give it out. Like in high school, my buddies worked at McDonald's. You'd give them a $5, and they'd be like, "Hey, man, I gave you a $20," and they're like, "Yeah, who gives a shit? Have some more McNuggets, and here's $20 back." It's not. The bank has plenty of money. Fuck them.
I think everybody had that friend growing up in some form of retail capacity. I had a guy that worked at a party store, like a CVS type place. So you'd go in, and we were all underage, and he'd ring up a case of beer and a carton of cigarettes, and it would be like $5, when like a case of beer and a carton of cigarettes was probably close to about $20 back then. So.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, we had in high school when I worked at the golf course, we were like cart boys and range attendants and stuff, and they'd have these tournaments, and we're all a bunch of 16-year-old kids. And they'd fill up these giant trash can, 55-gallon drums of beer and ice in the morning, like 20 of them. And they'd be like, "You guys got to go put this all over the golf course." "Oh yeah, we'll take right care of that." So like as we're loading our cars with all this icy cold beer, and yeah, dude, I kind of miss those days.
Those are the good old days, and as Nostradamus predicted in 2012, those days have ended. They're gone. You have to make adjustments to your life because what you were used to and accustomed to no longer exists. You can't have the same kind of fun that you used to have before. Now everything has to be put on the internet, and everyone has to approve it. And if they don't approve of it, then you're gone.
Dude, I'm just, I am so glad. I mean, I kind of, looking back, I wish I'd had some more pictures of all the fun I had. But looking back, I'm like, I'm glad there's no fucking pictures of the fun I had, dude, because I'd be in fucking prison right now. We were having some good time. You mix in enough strip clubs and cocaine and booze in your 20s, and you can't do anything anymore, because there's always somebody watching, always. And it's a shame.
Yeah, we've invited the world into our lives too much. I'm pissed off that the U.S. government waits until the world is in a pandemic to release a statement about UFOs. I'm going to tell you why I'm pissed off today. First of all, strangers, stop shaking my hand. I know that COVID is like, it's over for all intents and purposes.
You don't like shaking hands, Howard Hughes?
I mean, I don't know you. You just came to my house to like get a fish for your goldfish pond. You take the fish, you go about your merry way. We don't need to exchange the let's make a deal move. The deal is done. I don't want the fish back. Be on your way. So
I know people here that are still freaked out a little bit, like they won't go to a restaurant unless the server's wearing a mask and stuff like that. And you know, it's just crazy how like this kind of has turned a lot of people into like, I don't want to say germaphobes, but it's, you know, I mean, I get it. You got to be careful and everything, but some people are just like crazy. Like, I don't mind shaking hands.
That's ridiculous, first of all, because you never know where your food has been if you're going to the store to buy it. Who the drunk asshole that's been on a 4-day meth binger that's out in the back stocking the shelves, what he's been doing with his hands and touching the stuff that you've bought and put into your cart. So you just have to just go ahead, suck it up, understand that this is the world that we're in. I don't care about shaking hands if I know you, but I don't need to be coming into handshaking exchanges with people that I've only met 5 minutes ago and will never see again in 3 minutes. So that's all I'm saying.
Well, you just got to get some rubber gloves to wear out in public then, you know.
I keep my rubber gloves in the house for more exciting endeavors, not for shaking the hands of.
Oh, you want to get 4 friends and get buck wild? Yeah.
So I'm pissed off about this. The government, like I said, about them not telling us about the UFOs until the pandemic, and everyone on Earth was looking over there at the COVID show, and the Pentagon is like, "Hey, yeah, that really happened," and so no one, gave a shit. And I'm pissed off that the Pfizer report was released last week. And then the Swedish report, which came out, and they said that they've patented they've made a patent for the DNA that is now in your body that has been altered by the mRNA that you put into your body by the shot. So they've got a patent on it. They couldn't patent something that was existing. So what they did allowed them to patent it. So kind of like Monsanto's with their seeds blowing over into your farm, and now their shit's in your farm and they can claim your property. So that kind of makes you property now, potentially. I'm pissed off about that. And you know why? Because no one cares. Because Vladimir Putin, the good old Vlad, he's attacking his neighbors, and now everyone is focused on gas prices being higher than most people's credit scores. So,
well, on the gas price thing, I don't know how it is there for you, but out here, I mean, it's LA. So, I mean, we've been paying $37 a gallon for 20 years out here. What's crazy to me is when I look at social media and I see these fucking Karens bitching because it just cost them $200 to fill up the Range Rover. I'm like, okay, if you can drop $100,000 for a car, I don't want to hear your fucking mouth about gas prices. I don't feel... and people that will drive a half a mile to their destination in this city. It's like, just get the fuck, and then they complain they can't lose 10 pounds. It's just shut the fuck up. Park the fucking car and walk. The only people I feel bad for in this gas price thing are the people who are like legitimately like, maybe the housekeeper with the 82 Tercel that the gas price is really going to fuck her up. Cause then she's going to have to start charging us more to come over to the pad and clean it. And that's where I draw the line, man. Esmeralda, you've cut off. You're not getting any more money.
Everybody's going to feel that pinch because the markets are going to start to turn that money, those deficits back into your food costs. It's going to cost you now $15 when you want to have a nice KY lube or something. It's going to cost you more to buy cheap beer and condoms than it did.
Yeah, that's why you got to get the non-petroleum based lubricant, and remember, there's always phlegm. So we got that going for us. So they'll start taxing that too.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I just thought that the way to get rid of gas prices being so high is, I mean, it's for one, they can get it. That's why it's so fucking high. It's like, that's what if they charge $30 a gallon, you're going to fucking have to pay it. But, you know, the way to cure this oil price thing is if the oil companies would can you just be fucking cool? Just fucking be cool. That's it. You got plenty of fucking money, man.
You know,
just
that's
fucking,
not a possibility because
I know that
COVID was hitting and people had no means of making money. Because I remember when we're in Ascot, in that place you guys came to visit, and I hadn't bothered to ask about, because they were talking about freezing rents. And I was like, I wonder if I can get mine frozen. I don't care. I got the money. I don't need it frozen, but why am I paying if I don't have to? So yeah, I'm stupid. You know, I'm in lockdown for months and just been doing nothing but eating edibles and playing Xbox. So I call my guy and I'm like,
as opposed to before the pandemic.
Well, I was going to the gym at least then, but
yeah.
Now I'm doing nothing.
Fucking COVID.
But getting wasted, you know. So he's like, yeah, well, no, that's not how he said, because Ascot's real pretentious if you guys are listening in the U.S., and they don't talk like that. So he says, well, you know, you can get the rent moratorium, but he doesn't say it like that either. That's a really bad British accent. But he's like, yeah, we can give it to you, but you're going to have to pay that shit back. And I'm thinking, if I have it to pay it back, why wouldn't I just give it to you now?
Give it to you now, yeah.
So it's like, I don't understand why, like, none of these companies, this was the one pandemic question I asked. I'm trying not to say the C word because it spikes your algorithms. And I said, why is no one saying to the banks, let everybody have 2 months? You want us to stay in the house anyway to save the planet because everyone's going to die. Give us 2 months. And this is for landlords, you know, and I'm thinking, you know, you have like Nike is like, we can't pay our rent. We got to shut our store and we're getting, you know, so give everybody up 2 months. You don't need it. And nothing's going to happen. The banks aren't going to say, wait, we're the bank. We control the loan, but we're not going to let you get a little bit of a reprieve.
It's amazing just how, like, uncool a lot of these fucking places are, and it gets worse, you know, the shrinking middle class, and it's amazing. Just like, it's a very simple solution, and everybody of course politicizes this fucking oil bullshit, but when it comes down to it, what I could see is most of these politicians are on the take from the oil companies anyway, and they could really care less. I mean, basically, if you have a product, like, okay, let's put it this way. Back when, you know, if you're buying cocaine and your buddy a lot of times was cool. Like, he's selling it to you like, hey, dude, you want 200 for the 8 ball? All I got is 100. Can you be cool? Sure. I'm still making money. You know, he's still making dough. He's just not making as much. And it's the greed thing. It's just fucking crazy.
He's making references to transactions that I have no concept.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I was talking about Coca-Cola, which is now banned in Russia, I guess now, or
you can't get anything in Russia. You can't Netflix and chill. You can't tick your cock in Russia, and you can't get a Big Mac.
Who's mixing vodka and Coke anyway? Like, that's not a big deal.
That's what's important. You need your Coke.
Right. For what? Like, what?
For your vodka.
Drink Coke, do they drink vodka Coke? That's disgusting.
Oh, vodka Coke is all right. It's not that bad.
No.
I never had it until I came here. Actually, they actually do put vodka in Coke, but you know
what they put on French fries in Amsterdam?
They do that here religiously. It's actually really nice. So I'm sure you've had it. Everyone's had it if you've seen Pulp Fiction. You've had it. So you can't.
Well, dude, I like mayonnaise.
You can't.
I'm not gonna drown them in that shit.
You can't TikTok in Russia. Gas is. If $5 a gallon gas is upsetting you, of course, the obvious solution is to go spend $100,000 and wait 18 months and get a Tesla. Then your problem's solved.
Or public transportation, or walk, or ride.
Buy a bike.
I know that's not feasible for a lot of people, but I mean, in America, people drive way too fucking much, man. I try not to drive anywhere because where we live, you know, Los Angeles, it's quicker to walk. You know, I can walk 2 miles down Sunset in like 30 minutes. That's an hour drive. But, I mean, it's just people are it's America. We love the automobile. I'm totally cool with it. I like to watch races sometimes. I like to drive, road trips and all that stuff too. But I mean, I see so many people here that will literally, my old roommate, dude, you know where I live? By the Burger King, right? Like, I'm like a half a block from the Burger King. So when we moved here like 17 years ago, he'd be like, I'm going to Burger King because we have the tandem parking. He'd be like, I need you to move your car. You're parked behind me. I'm like, I could throw a rock and hit the Burger King. What do you mean you're fucking driving over there? Just the way we are here.
This is a very dangerous place. You can't just walk around on any public sidewalk, street, and think you're not going to get accosted, especially when you're carrying such a valuable commodity as a double Whopper with cheese. I mean, I can understand where he might have been coming from with this one.
Well, yeah, and he was known to get that pie. The Hershey pie too. You can
smell that shit a mile away. So they're coming for him. It's like opening your window and you get the flies come in because they can smell that you're baking, blueberry pie.
That's what, I might have to do some Burger King after we hang up here because I just finished a 3-day juice cleanse and I'm even more irritable than like when I do the sobriety thing. So like this has been a combination of no food and no booze. And I've been living on kale smoothies, wherever the fuck they gave me at the place. And today's the day. So I might they tell you to like break it easy, egg whites and broth. Fuck that. I'm getting a Whopper with cheese and some Hershey pie as soon as I get off the phone.
You're going to be shitting for the rest of the day. And not only that, it's going to come as a second wave at probably about 3 o'clock in the morning when you're like at REM sleep.
Well, the only thing is I'm used to it after the juice cleanse, so I'm fine. What's another day of explosive juice-like movement? So might as well get some bacon cheeseburger action going with it.
Nice. So Juicy Smollett is getting sentenced for his hate crime hoax today. I'm just seeing this. Find this very interesting. He's about to be sentenced in his elaborate hoax case. He's facing up to 3 years in prison, and they're live streaming the court hearing on TMZ, it looks like right now.
I don't know too much about it. I mean, I know what he did, but at the same time, it's like somebody like that, I really don't see that has got some bread. Make him just pay a bunch of fucking fines and whatever. Certain people, it's like, 3 years takes up space from people that should be in there, like legit fucking bloodthirsty criminals. So, I mean, that's he's in a situation where they can just find the shit out of him and pay the cops that he's bothered.
And fucking problem. Your white privilege is showing again. We need to get you this white privilege card I saw on Amazon. It says valid from birth and expires at death, and it says Trump all.
I'm just trying to get him some white privilege because he's like light skinned and shit, man. I'm trying to hook him up,
Because this is exactly what corporations do. I just saw where some company, Amazon, got sued by one of their engineers and they gave them, $1 million, some odd $1 million, 10 million or whatever. So, and they pay these fines because they've got it and they're going to make it right back. But there's no consequences or real repercussions when they do that. So we have to really find something better. I mean, give this guy hard labor.
Or go back to stonings in the town square. Because if you actually, that's the problem with capital punishment. I mean, I'm all for it, but at the same time, it's like nobody sees it. So what deterrent do you have to not, like, if you take Jesse Smollett, make him pay some fines, tie him up to a tree, with his hands behind, and then throw rocks at him for like a half hour, and everybody in the town sees that, nobody's gonna fucking pull a hoax again. Problem with the electric chair, nobody sees it. Nobody sees anybody cook, so they keep murdering people. Make that shit live, pay-per-view. Yeah, live.
That could be a great deterrent for getting these kids to stop staying in the house and playing video games all the time. If you have like public stonings like once a week or something for people that are fucking up in society, people will come out and see that. They'll want to come out and see that because they're hoping maybe it's somebody that they knew that they didn't like. because then they can
dude,
come
back in the day, the public hangings drew more people than a freaking Super Bowl, dude. That was what was going on, and it's not that long ago. I'm talking like Old West, like maybe 120 years ago. But I'm all for like punishment like that. But at the same time, with this Jesse Smollett, I understand what you're saying about the consequences, but to taking up fucking space in a jail cell, fucking when we couldn't, other
he
assholes in there.
He'll pay his fines. What they need to do, and they used to do this, and I don't know if they're not doing it anymore, but it doesn't seem to be happening. I'm not really up to date on my prison infrastructure.
Work release.
But yes, well, not even release, but let them work and build the prisons, because we have these shortages in prisons. Let them build them. I mean, they're gonna leave a screw out here and there, but figure it out.
Well, I think they should use the prison labor force they have for other stuff. But like as far as like building the prisons, now we're just taking away jobs from like construction people. But what the funny thing is, there's a lot of construction people in the prison, so there's a lot of knowledge in there.
Well, why are they being built then? I mean, because if we've got a clear need and there's all these people that want to work, surely is there no money? There's money. There's always money. They just gave $100 million away to some other country that has Nazis running their fucking military, which is another thing I'm pissed off about.
Well, that's always cracked me up too when they talk about like the government doesn't have any money and they're in deficit. I'm like, well, then how come your tax refund check never bounces? I mean, there's money there.
No shit.
But they just spend it on dumb shit. They always got money for bombs and all this other shit. But when it comes to actually like, doing stuff, I mean, like healthcare or whatever, we can't do that. So education, now we can't do that. No, we just build us another jet fighter. We'll do a little flyover at the Super Bowl though, so you can pump your chest out and tell America, fuck yeah, It's great.
That was the funniest part of the Super Bowl for me. We're sitting here watching it, and I go, watch this. Once the end and they do the land of the free, there's going to be a flyover and they're going to pan and somebody's going to be crying. I guarantee you, somebody crying. They see a plane fly overhead. Something in an American's heart just takes over like red wine on a white carpet, and you just can't control it, and the waterworks just kick in.
I tell you, fuck goddamn America.
It feels so patriotic.
Yeah, no, it's amazing, and it's like I think they're cool. The flyovers, they're neat to see and everything, but I'm almost like I don't know what they cost, but I'm thinking some of that cash could be used, maybe give out gas vouchers, maybe not burn the jet fuel for the flyover. Maybe everybody at the Super Bowl gets a gas voucher for $10 or something, right? Because they're like I said, they're cool to watch, but I'm like they're so unnecessary. But people get so like I went to NASCAR. As you can, at the Coliseum, and they did the flyover, and you should have just seen the like it was like I'm like they were raising the flag at Iwo Jima or something. The people are like, "You're a fucking goddamn American," which by the way was pretty cool. We went to the Coliseum and saw the first ever NASCAR race, which was kind of weird seeing it basically on a high school running track. But it was pretty rad.
That's what you've got to do.
As a bitching about gas prices going to support NASCAR.
Yeah, gas prices it's not even remotely close to getting better. I'm glad. Now they're going to be tapping the Saudis for fuel. Hey, can we get some fuel? We're not dealing with Russia. Can we get your fuel? It's cleaner fuel than Russia. Russia's fuel is shit. We're using bad fuel anyway, so it's whatever. Yeah, there's really, there's the only things that you and I can do about that is just drive less. There's really not like, I don't care. You can email your congressman all you fucking want because he's sitting on a yacht somewhere. But you guys don't have congressmen there. You have like, what do you got? Yeah,
Poppers and kings and jesters or some shit.
They got MPs. We have MPs, members of parliament.
Ah, yes. They still wear the cool white wigs in the movies.
Those are the judges that do that. So, yeah, you buy a bike. That's a good option. It's dual purpose. It'll help you get in shape. It'll help you live up to that New Year's resolution that you probably made and been to the gym twice since fucking January. Buy a bike. You can ride around. I mean, your environmental impact is, and with the Great Reset, you're winning that way too, because now your environmental impact is even less, according to them. Now your credit score is going to be better. So if you want to get a loan, you want to do some remodeling of your house,
because you're going to need the loan to get a tank of gas when you do decide to go somewhere. So it's a win-win.
You need the loan.
And if you walk places, I'll let you guys know right now, I can say from experience, a public drunkenness ticket is way cheaper than a DUI. So that if they find you stumbling down the street, they might scoop you up and take you to detox, but that's it. You're not dealing with lawyers.
I have still, the only reason I keep a Facebook account is literally for two things: my car groups and my fucking aquarium groups. Right, that's the only reason I go on there. I don't have anybody as friends on there. I have my 3 sisters on there, and I don't even have my mom on there. Nothing. I don't talk.
I was wondering where you've been.
I don't have Facebook. I've left Facebook like over a year ago. So because I had to reset everything in my life here, so that the shadow bans are over with, so they don't know who I am until I start mentioning stuff and they start tracing IPs. But
Dale Gribble.
What I fucking forgot. I lost what I was saying. It was so important too. Driving, the refi and being on your bike. Yeah, it's gonna be helpful, but I've got 3 cars, so I have to have fuel. I actually just bought a new battery for my petrol vehicle, because diesel here, I bought a new car when my mom was here, and it's diesel. And diesel's more, it's unbelievable. Diesel's cheaper to produce, but they tax it at an incredibly stupid rate here because of politics. So I end up spending way more for diesel. I'm like, I got to park my diesel. I can't even drive it right now because that's how bad fuel is. And our fuel is per liter, I'm seeing like 170 a liter. So you have to multiply that by 4. So, we're paying a lot. We're paying way more than we've always been.
You guys have always,
paid
way more.
Yeah, we've always paid more. And that's why the cars here are like Mini Coopers. Everybody drives a little car, or they have like a 1.2 liter engine that, goes 0 to 60 in 15 minutes. So.
Well, I just want to say to the listeners, I think we should all get together and send you some thoughts and prayers about the gas for your 3 cars. I didn't know, Karen, that you had 3, so I'm gonna send some thoughts and prayers. Hashtag pray for Vaughn, because he can't afford the gas for his 3 cars.
No, I can't. There's one still rotting away in LA. I've got 4 technically. Who knows what the fuck's going on with that goddamn.
I might go by visit it.
Please go by and visit it and just say hi. At least let me know it's still there, and I can go and get the wheels off that damn thing.
Well, I'm sure it's already been handled. That thing's probably been chopped up. Give me an excuse to go over there to sit and have some breakfast. It's actually now called the NoHo Diner.
Oh dear. So you can rest assured that this war is a diversion for something. And I once these Pfizer papers came out, I'm pretty sure that that's what it is. I don't know if you saw these Pfizer papers or heard about it. I probably shouldn't even be saying it. I'm sure it's already spiked an algorithm, and they're already sending the FBI to my front door. But
I don't think the FBI's jurisdiction is over there, but
yeah, they do actually. The FBI came to one of my ex's house when you remember you met Kim when she came out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the FBI was at her house.
For what?
Trying to get information on her ex-husband who had swindled this company that he was owned. These partners that he was working with, they swindled hundreds of millions out of investors in Florida because they were supposed to.
Oh yeah, well then.
Yeah, they were going to build a condo complex. So we need your money. So bring the money. So they were investing in these condos, and then they said, well, we're not building the condos, and they just absconded with all this money. So, the FBI was like, so, we're looking for this guy. But anyway, so these Pfizer papers, man, bombshell stuff. So be careful with what's going on over there. I'm not happy about that, but go and try and look it up, guys, if you're listening, because that's what happens. You talk about it, and then people get all, wild and crazy and pissed off, like this guy that I found on the internet today. And it's an old...
You want an Alex Jones website?
No.
Fucking idiot.
No, Alex Jones. That guy is great entertainment, let me tell you.
If I may interrupt real quick, I just got a little blurb on my phone here. Breaking news. I know you don't give a shit, but it looks like the players have voted to take the new contract.
Baseball. Fuck baseball.
And we will have a baseball season. I'm wearing the Cubs shirt because of St. Patrick's Day coming up. Yes, people do care about baseball.
No, they
Just
don't.
like we care about football. Yeah, we do.
Baseball is the most boring shit on earth. Well, good for them. I only like it for the social aspect where I can go and just hang out and
Dude, there's nothing better than sitting in the sun, drinking cold beer, eating hot dogs, and watching some baseball. I'll give you that. It's boring to watch on TV and stuff.
Anywhere. It's like watching fucking cricket.
No, I've never really watched cricket, so I don't know.
It's the same fucking thing. They have a bat and a ball, and it takes all fucking day, and it's boring as piss, and they wear white.
Do they have beer and hot dogs? Or bangers, I suppose?
They've got all that. So this guy on the internet, this is why you should not piss off your public service workers, because they come to your house when you're not there.
Oh, you just screen shared. Let's see here. Okay. I'm watching. This is trash guy picking up. And what's he doing?
So if you're just listening, this garbage guy
pissed
off.
Whoa. What's he so pissed about? That's awesome.
There's too much stuff in the can. He can't get the shit out of the bottom, so he just destroys the can, throws the can in the truck, then proceeds to destroy the mailbox.
Well, see, that's why, my mom taught me at a very early age, like, always take care of, like, the post office people and the sanitation people. Like, at Christmas, give them a little bonus and stuff like that. And because, dude, they got a thankless job. And then, I'm sure with everybody's shit going off, I'm sure it was some fucking Karen that bitched about something, and he's like, okay, where is this at?
I figured it out. If you look at the video, there's like snow mounds up, so the road is clear.
And
but he's got on a sleeveless T-shirt.
So he's tuned up.
He's just cold. He's cold. He needs a jacket, and he's upset that no one's giving him a jacket. Like, he didn't get the jacket for Christmas that he wanted, the sweater, so he's going to take it out on this lady's mailbox and just literally rip it out of the ground.
I think that's a meth deal gone bad, because he's wearing, like, sweatpants and no sleeves in the middle of winter, and that's probably his dealer's house, and they sold him some bunk shit, and he decided to take it out of the mailbox.
He's like, I'm coming back.
People are losing their shit. People lose their shit.
If the shit's not in the mailbox when I get there.
Right. They probably told him it was going to be in the bottom of that trash can, and it wasn't there. And he's like, fucking, I'm going to lose my shit.
I'm taking the mail.
Where was that at? Did he say?
I don't know where this is. I don't know. It says, give this man a pay raise. Say what you want, but he's no litter bug.
Right, and now now it's a federal thing too. If you can fuck with the trash cans all you want, but now he took the mailbox. Now he's looking at federal time. He's probably going to do 5 years. He's not going to be able to pay the fine. Him and Jesse are going to be cellmates.
That's perfect. They can share stories. He can tell them about all the cool shit he used to find in people's trash, and then Jesse can tell him all about being on set and fake.
They can stage a breakout.
Faking racist
breakout.
Faking racist activity and stuff like that. So, society's out of control right now. I can't wait to see what comes next when the fuel prices just keep going up and up. How long will you guys tolerate it in America? I know here the English people are a little more tolerant than you guys are, I have to say. And I say you guys as if I'm not one of you guys, but I've been here 10 years. I'm a little removed.
It's been that long? Yeah, no, it's people are in uproar about it. However, the same, I mean, this is just my opinion, what I've seen the past, I don't know, a couple of weeks. It's the same people that are so infuriated about it are the same people that have 36-inch tires on their lifted up pickups, which is cool. But you have to know that when you do that to your vehicle, you're going to spend a lot of money on gas, even if it's cheap. You know, so people are pissed off about it, but at the same time, what the fuck are you going to do? Not buy gas? I mean, that's like I said, the only thing you can do is just try to get off the teat of the oil and, you know, walk or when you can, maybe carpool when you can, because it's not, I don't see it ever going to get any better, dude. It's never going to go down. It never does. You know, it all started kind of coming together when they let all these oil companies merge, because what else are you going to fucking do? I mean, yeah, you can get electric cars and stuff like that, but yeah, no, I mean, what else can you do? You got to go to work, and then all of a sudden, if you can't afford gas to go to work, what are you going to do? You're going to start breaking into people's houses and stealing shit, and then there's mad chaos, and you know, what are you going to, it's just, there's really nothing, in my opinion, unless there's some serious legislation passed by some politicians, but we all know they won't do that. It's just like there's reasons we don't have shit like we should in this country anyway, because like they just don't do it. They just don't. The only reason we don't have health care because
they're all on team, so there's no way to get that done. But it's also a problem is that they're under the control of all of these companies. They make too much money. They make way too much money, so they have too much influence over, you know, the government with their lobbying and so on. So you're never going to get anything fixed until you completely restructure everything, and they won't allow that. Right. And the only way that you could ever restructure that is if you cripple the big companies. Stop using Google. How many people can do that? Not a lot.
It's impossible.
Stop going to, you know, stop going to the store. If you don't want to, don't use Amazon. Imagine what that would be like for people. You don't want.
Well, that was my big thing too. Is all these people complain about jobs and stuff like that, but ordering off Amazon, like they're complaining because the mom and pop shop is closing down. But then they got 14 Amazon packages. I've never ordered from Amazon. I never have. I just don't like it. I don't even like to go to Whole Foods, dude, because that's an Amazon company. But you know, it's amazing to me, like, oh, support local business, and then you order on Amazon. It's like, come on, you know, you got to at least do your part a little bit.
I fucking love Amazon. I can't wait to order everything I ever want in my heart's desire from Amazon. That's why they win, because it's too convenient, and you don't even have to leave the house, and you can even just think about
it.
It's right there.
Yeah, I mean, with the, you know, because everybody's got the microchip in them now, because you know, they've all got the shot. So you think about it, and your Amazon package is there, and it's just, no, I won't fucking do it. It's got to be pretty bad for me not. I mean, I'd rather go buy it from a store, and I try to shop at the mom and pops as much as I can, but they're few and far between. If you came out here right now, dude, you would die seeing how many places have just basically gone tits up. You know, here in Hollywood.
But that's what they want. Around. That's what they want, though.
Of course. I saw then you're going to have to get everything from Amazon.
I saw an interview with a guy, and he was talking about the way that they're restructuring things in this great reset. This is where I was going earlier with the conversation that I got sidetracked. They don't want you to own anything. The ownership is done. It's not for you to have. They don't want you to have a car. They don't want you to own your house. They want Blackstone or BlackRock. They've bought up something like $18 billion in houses in the South because they want to be the biggest private landlord. They want to own everything. So you're going to be renting. They don't want you to own a car. I mean, you have these things like what is it, Lyft, or these zip cars. We have these things called
Uber.
Zip cars. Well, we have those, but we have these services where you can share a car. So it's like where you just rent a bike, like when you were here and you see bikes all over London, or like
yeah,
same shit. So you can rent a car just for the day. Like you need a car it's just like a rental, but you don't have to go to pick it up. You go to their app, and there's there's a zip car at the end of the street. You just get in it or whatever. I don't know how it works, but it's similar, and they don't want you to own any of that stuff. So I think this might be.
Well, to me, that's kind of a cool idea because, like, if you really don't, like, if you walk everywhere, you live in a urban environment where you don't really need one. Like, I mean, I know when I go to Chicago or like New York, whatever, you don't need a car, but sometimes you do. Like, hey, sometimes you need a car. It'd be kind of cool. Like, okay, it's kind of like renting one, I guess, but you don't have to go there and fill out all the paperwork, right? You just like order it up like pizza and jump in. I'll have to look into it. I don't know. I've never heard of Zip Car. I don't think we have that over here.
Probably not, but it'll be something that you could expect soon, I'm sure. I mean, LA's crazy, so you guys might not be too safe zipping around on scooters in LA. I don't know if you guys have those over there, but they've got them in Detroit. Yeah, no, the bird scooters and stuff, and they have infested the fucking scooter sidewalk problem here, and I've gotten to the age now where anytime I see someone on a scooter, I just want to hit them with a fucking stick, and like, remember those stickers when we were kids that said skateboarding is not a crime? Fuck it is, dude. That's a goddamn crime. Get your fucking skateboard, get off my sidewalk. You fucking almost run me and the dog over, and yeah, fuck the scooters, fuck the skateboards. God damn it, get off my lawn. Yeah, you're a real old man.
They're just a menace.
Before your time. You're like a real old man before your time. Like it's premature. Right? It's premature. You're too young to be. To be 60.
Pissed off.
Well, you're in the right place.
Well, just wait till you read the book.
That's what I'm saying. I started reading your book, and I was like, shit, I just woke up and haven't even had half a cup of coffee. This is a bit heavy for first thing. Let me.
You already want to stab someone?
I got to go to the gym now.
Get a couple cocktails in me.
I got to go to the gym and work out this aggression that has just been bestowed upon me in this first paragraph. So.
Right.
I'm taking a road trip up to Scotland next week and 2 weeks after, so I'll finish it then. But yeah, I mean it's a lot of different stuff going on in society. People are moving a lot differently now, but you can't walk everywhere. Most people don't live somewhere.
No, I understand you.
So
you can't.
It's fucking cold.
And hey, I get that too, But what I'm saying is, you walk when you can, ride a bike when you can. One less car trip, like I said, a mile long per week is going to save you, over the course of time, save you a little bit of gas, Brad. That's basically all you can do, because it's not going anywhere, dude. These oil companies know they got us by the balls, and you're fucked. It's just, that's all there is to it, and it's just a matter of time, like you said, before it gets passed on to food. I mean, just the other day, we went to Barney's. I'm sure you remember Barney's. And I got a Reuben sandwich. She got 3 tacos. And, of course, a few drinks and stuff like that. But I'm looking at it, and I'm like, when did 3 tacos become $15 at Barney's? They used to be like 3, So, I mean, no, it's past. It's just, it is what it is, man. And I don't really know what you can do about it besides not eat the steak.
Oh, they're setting you guys up. You're about to get set up. I mean, that's the only answer, because I don't know if you've done it in California yet, but they've got the living wages up to like $20 in some places. So how can you afford to pay these people that much of an increase when you've got this fuel crisis going on as well, which is going to, cost the owner more, the vendor is going to have to pay. So they're paying everybody extra now. So of course your 3 tacos is going to be, you're going to have to take out a second mortgage soon if you want to go out to eat and have something nice. So it's the reality of the future. It's looking bleak. Time to garden. See, that's the thing. If you live somewhere where you can't walk everywhere, odds are you can have a garden. I don't live somewhere where I can have a garden. I mean, I probably could, but all the bums would pee in it, and it might be good for fertilizer. I don't know. I saw yesterday. 2 days ago, I took the dog out, and right there on Sunset and La Brea, at the Burger King, mind you, dude just
hosing down the plant. Like I'm like not even trying to be discreet about it, man. Just I'm gonna water these plants at the Burger King with my homeless ass. Just pissing all over the place.
But that's what makes LA beautiful.
Isn't it great?
Hey, I want to pee right here. In San Francisco, they have a problem with people peeing. I did a podcast about it years ago, and they did something. They built these things. I don't know if I'll be able to find it that quick, but they were peeing in public, and they didn't like it. And the people that lived in the area had decided they were going to make some sort of like booth or something for people to go and pee. So maybe you guys need to get like these.
Well, they put out porta potties for them. When the pandemic started, they started putting porta potties around town. You know, because it's not like Venice Beach or the beach where you got bathrooms everywhere, and a lot of these businesses won't let people in to just use the bathroom, which I don't blame them, dude. The guy's all stinky and fucking nasty and fucking gonna shit and piss all over your bathroom at your bar. So, so they put those out, and but yeah, it's just kind of like, really, dude, all over the fucking street. But it's just you see that all over Los Angeles. Doesn't even matter where you are anymore. You know, you could go to Beverly Hills and you're gonna see some dude pissing somewhere in the bush. But it's just kind of funny they're not even discreet about it anymore. It used to be that, you know, let me go piss in this corner of this building. Oh no, I'm just gonna, you know, it's noon on a Tuesday. I'm gonna water these plants at the Burger King on the Sunset Strip, you know.
So what San Francisco did, I actually found the video. I just typed in San Francisco P Park and my video popped up from 2016.
P Park.
So
P Park.
This is what they came up with.
It's like a water park?
It's like a they made like these C-shaped concrete little it's right by the train. Like it's like it looks like a phone booth. It looks like a half of a changing room, and it's got like this tiny little white like piece of I don't even know. So you can't. It's like a privacy screen, and you stand there and you pee in the ground, and there's like a drainage ditch in the hole, and there's somebody standing right on the other side of it. How does that help? And it's right by the train station. I mean, you can't even.
Well, I'm thinking it's because it's got a drain there. It's going to the sewer, not to the Burger King landscaping. But it's a place. So basically, it just smells like piss right there, as opposed to smelling like piss all over the place.
But that was the problem. So now they're like, people are peeing, and you know, my kid's over here trying to play catch with his brother, and there's a guy over here taking a piss. Do not pee here. We pee back. That's awesome. So. This public urination is an issue in California. I mean, up and down the coast, it's.
I'm thinking it's everywhere, because if you gotta piss, you gotta piss, man. They just, you know, I can't tell how many times on the back of a barroom wall outside in the alley.
This is creepy. It looks like someone's got a fence, and you're peeing at your neighbors, and you're looking through their fence, and you're having a conversation like you're Wilson from. Home Improvement, but you're taking a piss, your schlong's out, but there's this courtesy skirt on this half moon fence.
I mean, like, why wouldn't they just put, you know, like 4 walls and a door, like a little cement outhouse, like they have it in the parks?
Well, I mean, it's San Francisco, so I'm thinking, as you say that, they're probably thinking, well, when you have that, people go inside those and they're doing, you know, shooting up heroin and they're having sex, or maybe they're sleeping. So this is out, and it's like being in prison. It's just out in the open. So you're pissing in the sidewalk.
But I mean, isn't that what bathroom stalls are for, to get laid and shoot heroin? I mean, you know, come on. I mean, how many times you been in a nightclub and went in the ladies' room for a big gag or a coke and a blowjob? I mean, you know, that's what they're for. That's why there's a lock on the door. So basically, San Francisco's just trying to prevent fun, is what they're doing. You know, you can pee there, but you can't get laid and do blow. So fuck them C-shaped bathrooms.
It's a new day, man. So Kelly Clarkson is to pay her ex Brandon Blackstock more than $1.3 million and monthly child and spousal support. He hit the jack.
Sounds like a porn name.
Brandon
Blackstock. So I didn't know she got. I don't know anything about it.
Me either. I'm just looking at it right now. I'm just surprised. I misread it there. So, but Good for her. Good
It
for
actually said Black Hawk.
Good for her. No, definitely wasn't thinking that. For getting rid of the guy that's making her unhappy, I guess. I met her when she first won Idol, or shortly thereafter. She came into like our little gym store and they made her buy a bunch of gym equipment because Hollywood said she was a little too plump, and she was coming in there to try and lose some weight.
Who isn't plump in Hollywood? You know what I'm saying? Like you basically have to be a coat hanger out here. Otherwise, they're gonna fat shame the hell out of you.
I saw a guy came into the store and he was looking through the catalog of Life Fitness of what he wanted for a piece of equipment. And, you know, they had the little fitness models on there. And the chick in the magazine, he's like, oh, man, she's fat. She was, like, in shape. And I'm like, you think that's fat? You have been in L.A. too long.
Dude, it's so bad here that, like, you know, when you see some of these women and men even on TV, they look really, you know, in shape. Hey, they look good. You know, they're really fit and everything. And then you'll see them because, you know, I go up running all the time and I'm hiking up there and I see them up there and I'm like, oh my God, they look like Skeletor. Fucking, it's just fucking nasty. And it's unreal. I'm like, I eat a sandwich, you know?
Well, that is the luxury that you get when you live in sunny California, man.
Yeah, eat the sandwich while we can still afford it.
Yeah, well, those days are soon to be gone by the looks, at least temporarily. I saw something online. I know we got like 2 minutes left here. Where this guy, they were doing like this number thing about world wars, and they always equate to the same number, like as far as the dates.
I saw something about that. Yeah. About the invasion of Ukraine as compared to World War II, World War I. I saw some sort of magic. Yeah. Well, that's the thing, dude. You could if you sit down, you could come up with a theory, a number about anything, dude. You know, I mean, anything. It's amazing.
They're just the dates. So I don't know. We'll see. I just don't want to have to pay 11 pounds to fill up a gallon to fill up my car. Why are we even involved in this shit over there? What does it have to do with me? Why do you guys care? Mind your own business is what I think.
Be cool. Be cool. That's the answer to everything. Be fucking cool.
Shut up and let them fight. I've got a friend over there, so it's not like I'm not, you know, I'm picking sides. But one side, I think what you're seeing is people are politicizing this because they hate Putin a little bit more than they hate a Nazi group that isn't really running a government. So it's like we've got those kind of people everywhere. They call them militias. They call them Ku Klux Klan. Those guys are everywhere, and everyone hates Putin more. It's kind of like, you know, we distrust Hillary more than we dislike Trump, so they voted for Trump. So that's why I think we're seeing Putin hate, but I think they need to mind their own business.
Yeah, no, I'm, you know, can't we just all just be cool? You know, that's just basically it. You know, don't be invading other countries. And the thing is, too, it's like, it's not like America's all high and mighty. We do the same dumb shit, fucking make up bullshit and then go send some kids off to war. It's
weapons of mass destruction. Anybody?
Yeah.
No.
Right?
No.
And, yeah, no, there wasn't any there. It's just, it's a shame, man. Like, just listen to John Lennon, man. You know, like everybody, just chill the fuck out, smoke a joint, have a drink.
This shit's over. On that note, what do you got going on? Where can people find you? What are you up to? And fire.
Well, this Saturday I'm at the Ren Theater in Hollywood. Back in action at the stand-up game. That'll be at 8 p.m. showtime. And then there's a bunch of other stuff. Keep an eye on the website, JonasGarvin.com, because we're going to relaunch that. That's being redeveloped, redesigned, whatever you call it, as we speak. The book is in the editing process. Should be out, I'm hoping this summer, or maybe I'll just hang on to it till the Christmas shopping season because all three people that are going to buy it. So, yeah, that, and then just, you know, JonasGarvin.com, but you can always find me on social media, every social media, Twitter, Facebook, all that stuff. It's all at Jonas Garvin. So hit me up and, you know, come on out this, if you live in Los Angeles, come on out this Saturday to the Ren Theater in Hollywood. And, you know, I might get you a pint of Guinness to honor St. Patrick's Day coming up.
That's tomorrow, everybody. Saturday. Go out there and support this stuff. You don't have to find me. I'll find you. Thanks for listening. If you're listening and if you're watching, good for you. And we'll catch you when we do.
these ones or these ones?
Saw an episode of Intervention. And I know I'm fine.
Illinois, Mr. Robert Bobby McNeely. He is going to join us tonight.
Hi everyone, welcome to the show. My name is Elaine Zhang, and today I am here with Eli Steele, documentary filmmaker.
I need more. Welcome to The Only Way is Linda. Today I have a really special guest here.